Hi and welcome to At Arm's Length. John Kelly Porman here as your host. And today we're traveling. We're traveling into the past. This is the Boalsburg Heritage Museum. There was a time when I lived right up the street from here, and Mrs. Sweet was the lady that fed me well, especially the time I ran away from home. We're going to go in here and look at the inside of the building.
There comes Mr. Boalsburg.
Well, hi.
Uh-oh.
I'm all dressed up and someplace to go.
Oh, well, come right in.
You can always tell the people that are in witness protection, they always hide from the camera.
Look at you. How come you're looking so good?
Well, I always look good, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
We're here today at the open house of the Boalsburg Museum. This is going on the internet. And she just said a bad word, didn't she?
You have to bleep that out.
No, I can't. Now we all know that you swear.
That's for sure. Mention a few names and I'll really show you.
Oh dear. Well, we're coming out into the summer kitchen out here with a beehive oven, which I don't think has anything to do with hair.
Hi, I'm Ann Harpster, and I was the president of this museum. And we're looking at what was the summer house in very, very bad conditions. Dick Penzick from Penn State University brought his students out, historical students out, and they stripped it all down and they rebuilt it. And over here, if you can turn, you can see them working very, very hard. And here, you can see them just tearing everything apart, and it was all put back together. And here is the actual beehive oven in a very bad state of affairs. And you can see where it was rebuilt. And that now is what we have back here.
We're going to the beehive oven. I've never heard of that.
Because it looks like a beehive.
Ah.
And this is the damper here. It's actually a saw handle. And when they want to cool it down, or if they want to smoke, because this is the smokehouse also.
Oh, okay.
If you look up, you can see where they hung the meat and everything. And then when they want to keep it hot, they push it back in, and it all stays in here. We first start out by putting the wood and stuff, the fire on the floor here, on the bricks. So they get a good fire going. And then when they get the coals, they scoop up the coals and put them in the oven. And
So they don't put the wood in there?
No, it's the coals.
Hmm.
And then when it gets good and hot, they scrape the coals to the side or to the back to keep the heat. And then they put their breads and their pies and whatever in there.
Excellent. Thank you, Ann.
You're welcome.
I'm Earl Kessler. I'm president of the Boalsburg Heritage Museum. And I understand you want to talk about the new barn?
Yes, the new barn. I am old enough to remember the old barn.
You do?
Yes. In fact, I used to live in that house, that blue house over there, when we first moved here to Boalsburg. And we moved out of there in 1955 and moved down to Main Street.
Okay.
And there was a barn there that burnt to the ground, and unfortunately somebody passed away at it. And this is the new barn that is just put up here within the last month, isn't it?
The last few months, yes.
Mm-hmm. And tell me about what kind of barn it is.
Well, it is called a bank barn, mainly because the back side of it is such that we call it the bank, or the fill, leads right up to the barn floor.
Oh,
And
okay.
those barns were constructed that way so that the loads of feed, hay and grain could be backed right into the barn floor to unload. Pity the poor horses that had to back a loaded wagon into there, but they did it all the time.
Uh-huh. And so you could have the animals down below and the feed was up top.
That is right.
Here's the outside of the barn. It's brand new, and it was done by Amish, correct?
yes.
Yeah.
The work was done by the Amish.
And why did
Amish
you?
contractor was Mr. Spiker from Millheim.
Oh, okay.
And
Why did you decide to
son.
build the barn again?
well, the simple answer is because there was one here, and part of our mission is to preserve the past.
Excellent. Excellent. Now this is the kerosene stove you were talking about?
Yes, some of the parts are not out here, they're in the house, but we kept them out. For instance, there were burners up here, and I believe the storage tank is put in here somewhere.
Now I'm thinking that this has to be a school chair, part of a school chair.
It is.
Yep.
It was here whenever, in the mid-'80s when I first came around. I don't know who brought it or where it came from.
And a washing machine right here.
It's a Maytag washing machine.
Maytag. I bet it still works then.
It may work, I've never tried it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It has a
And here's a grinder.
holder on it.
Now this is what would be the bank that the horses would back in to leave all the grain.
You can do a bar dance. All kinds of talk. It's a lot of things are possible, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You folks live in your lives.
Just down the street from the house.
Those are hickory things. This is the traditional
This hickory wood pin is representative of the pins that are in the ladder. And it was pointed out to me, one side is round and the other side is square. And that's so it doesn't turn while you're going up. They don't have haylofts yet, but it's pretty cool. This is Grandma's sweet, the one that I remember.
Yes?
She made the best pies.
Is that right?
Yes, she did. Well, this is an unexpected find. This is my mother's vocational school diploma.
Oh my gosh,
What a shock. How cool is that?
that is really neat.
Well, you saw the diploma. Let's look at Louise Whitehead Horman. That's her. She's a cutie. That'll do it for At Arm's Length, the Boalsburg Heritage Museum. I hope you enjoyed that. It was like walking back into history, and I guess I can't get out this door. So buckle your seat belt. You never know where you're gonna go. It might be into the past. Take care and God bless.
Also through the lighthouse.